several elections across Africa, and the elections seem to be a lot better than ours. We're still doing a manual collation of results. We were told that it was going to be a transmission of results from the location of voting to, the IREF, But it happened that in the middle of the game, the INEC had to change the goalpost in order for some persons to win their opportunity. I mean, if there was a glitch in something that's largely contested, you would have at least postponed it, suspend that particular election, because there were actually 3 other elections that were holding, 2 other elections that were holding on that same day. We know about the elections of the senators. We all know about the elections of the House of Reps members. So if there were no glitch in those 2, then we would have had, 2. All right, we would have had 2, continue, and then the presidential election should have been suspended, and maybe another day conducted for it, so we could actually have the people who would want to lead us. But a situation where we have an INEC that says there's a glitch, and the person who says there's a glitch is still having his position and is even looking to prepare for another set of elections, and has conducted other gubernatorial elections, leaves more to be desired. I'm just saying, really, I mean, some persons have to take responsibility for these things. And if you're not going to take responsibility for these things, then you practically have to just let go, frankly, just let go. All right. So today I'm out this afternoon. I rarely come out in the afternoon. I do this maybe in the morning or the evening. And by the way, the mornings are 7:30 to 8:30. It's a conglomeration of headlines on the newspapers and social media viral trends. That's exactly what we do in the morning, 7:30 to 8:30. We just do it and make sure that you catch up with some of this interesting update before you head out of work, or maybe while you are in the bus going to work, and then you catch up with a few of the headlines that you may have missed the previous day or the previous night. All right, this is what this channel is about: breaking news, bringing you up to speed with all of the developments across Nigeria, including social media. So, interesting developments that has just happened. The Basbos began with this particular visuals with my friend. I'm talking about the TVC presenter. We had actually done the MTN Media Innovation Program last year. As a friend, he was the president of the class, and I saw him. I was on TV, interviewing Abacha Lawal, and I was stunned with the way and manner that Abacha Lawal condescendingly said he should shut up. Like, shut up on live TV, just because he was trying to say that there isn't any difference between the 2019 electoral, system and the 2023 electoral system, because it was the same, government that he served under. And I heard, shut up. I was stunned for a minute. I was like, hold on a second, what's going on here? And let's just have that visuals now, and then we would talk about it afterwards.
I would say get out because I've invited you to my house, but I'm just trying to have an intellectual conversation with you, Mr. Lawal, and I don't want to rally up, okay?
The way you put it.
Dr. Abati, over to you. I mean, this video, this clip, I was just wondering if he knew he was on TV or he thought he was just... Yes, he was really good.
I think the anchor was very civil,
yes,
very nice.
Yeah. Correct.
Let Abacha Lawal come here
and
try to say, shut up. The kind of flogging that he will receive, he will not be able to sleep that night. Because people have developed this attitude of abusing anchors, stark illiterates, calling me, for example, Garulos. Well, if I'm Garulos means, okay, you talk too much. Okay, if I'm paid to talk, I've been talking forever in this career. Saying, hey, Reuben Abati is arrogant. I have every reason to be arrogant.
Come on. Star boy, no more.
Star boy.
National scholar.
People who cannot even pass school stats impressively, who cannot win scholarships. They will say Reuben Abati is arrogant. I can dash them certificates. This is the kind of insults that we receive on this job.
Yes.
But I like the fact that Oguntoye, was not garrulous, which we say we are. So I commend them.
Yes.
I like his civility. I like his, Abacha, Lawal, whoever he thinks he is. He has no right to insult a journalist in that particular manner. If he thinks he can, let him come here. If he has the courage,
give him the challenge,
and the confidence to come and call anybody on this platform, shut up, or tell shut up. We will go after him.
I trust you on that one. Dr. Abati on fire.
We don't want peace, we want violence.
That is not about that. What's the other?
Mr. Lawal, but it is the same electoral process in 2019 and 2023. I mean, the same administration you served on there. So I didn't see quite much difference
Give me a break, my friend. Look, shut up.
Between what happened then and now.
Break. How can you say Buhari's government, the electoral processes are the same with Bola Tinubu's government? What is your problem? Give me a break.
No.
For once.
I would
try to be truthful in what you say. I mean,
I would take Get Out because I've invited you to my house. But I'm just trying to have an intellectual.
So they were having some interesting times in the studio with that. Yeah, it is wrong to have actually made that comment and telling the presenter to shut up on live set. Well, the presenter would chest that because that's the training that we got. I mean, as a professional presenter, you don't talk back at a guest. It's your guest. You should make them comfortable. You should serve them well. That's the balance. That's the way it is. Like they mentioned, Oguntoye apparently was very, very highly professional in what he did. He didn't talk back. He didn't. He was just shocked at the way and manner that he said that he should shut up. I mean, if he was his son, I'm not even too sure that Abacha Lawal will be able to tell his son to shut up. I mean, I don't know how old his son is or his first daughter is, but I doubt if he'll be able to tell his son or his daughter directly the way he said it to shut up. But be that as it may, it has happened. But something I actually wanted to talk about, because I'm also expecting Abacha Lawal to apologize, because this is already going viral on social media, and I'm sure in due course he's going to just apologize. But probably just call him or maybe put up a message on social media and saying that he's apologizing for what he did. He didn't say it with the way it came out. But he's already said it. It is what it is. But again, I wanted to say that another thing that I wanted to point out from that video is the fact that Reuben Abati is going on and on and on about the fact that if he has the courage to come to Arise News and say what he said, he's going to do something. I don't know what it was that he was trying to say there, that if he has the courage to come, let him come and say it in this studio or say it on this channel. More like saying that he would have talked back. He would have done worse. I mean, he wouldn't have been professional. He would have dropped his professional gown or his professional microphone and played dirty with him. And I'm dead sure that's not the training for broadcast journalists. When I said that Reuben Abati needs a broadcast journalist training, it's different from when you are a writer. No doubt he's a prolific writer. I respect him for that. But when it comes to broadcast journalism, there's a level of decorum and a level of respect that profession comes with. And you don't talk back at a guest who is numb. I mean, if he's numb and you are numb, I mean, who then would we be looking at as a sane guy? So that's the training that is giving. And Oguntoye actually played professionally. He had to go on a break because he couldn't handle at the moment. So he needed to just do the needful. But I want to state categorically that especially Reuben, the way he's going about this presenting thing, it does look to him as a platform to champion vendetta or to champion certain persons who call him by name. I mean, if somebody calls you by name off their platform, don't bring it on the platform and tell us that they called you garrulous. Who cares if they called you garrulous on another platform? Go to that platform and defend yourself. Don't be on your platform and use it as a vendetta to push a certain narrative. That's just my point. I'm not in any way. I'm just something I just pinpointed and I thought that I should put out because it is 100% wrong for you to even talk back at your guest or saying that he should come here and say it. So if he had come there to say it, you would have talked back at him. And also you are teaching the younger generation that are forthcoming. There are people who are also watching this evolving of broadcast media in our own eyes and in our own landscape. And then when they watch you, they tend to think that you are the standard of broadcasting. And when you do these things and say, maybe somebody talks to you in a way you don't like, instead of you to de-escalate, you are trying to put more leg on the gas. I mean, you are teaching the other generation, the generation coming after you, the wrong way to go about broadcasting. That's my point. Nothing really serious about it, but I just wanted to make that point out. Anyways, to some other development as it concerns our system. This particular story about Soludo basically saying that 99% of the kidnappers caught in Anambra State are Igbos is also making the rounds, and it's not going down well with a lot of.
I would say get out because I've invited you to my house, but I'm just trying to have an intellectual conversation with you.
Position, Mr. Lawal, but it is the same electoral process in 2019 and 2023. I mean, the same administration you served on that.
Well, I've been in office for three years and 3 months, okay? If we have arrested 100 criminals, non-mafia, kidnappers, and so on and so forth, 99.99% of them will mark Igbo. Did you hear me right? I said 99.99% of them will mark Igbo. So these things are made because that was part of the lie that was put in propaganda. They are into kidnapping because it is the next lucrative business after Yahoo and drug. The next one for find is about kidnapping. Omaka, and this is even other states. If an acquire we do all Anambra. Onye nke na village fa ogote motorcycle I join California or just 18 years na line. Akpọli ya buy mafia mama how to if iji dey also on the Fulani. Let me I repeat and I want you to quote me right. 99.99% of all the criminals, kidnappers and so on that were arrested so far, Igbos are the ones kidnapping Igbos. They are the ones killing Igbos. All these camps. Igbo. And by the way, because I came with the same false narrative. The false narrative that the Fulanis, they are invading our people. They are now everywhere. They are waiting for whistle to be blown. And they will take over. And therefore, we are the ones who are the liberators. We are now going into the bush to go to chase out the Fulanis. Nobody asked the question. They are now banning mafia to go and liberate you. How do they feed 1 month, 2 months, 6 months, 1 year? How do they feed? How do they feed? So that's, you see, like I said, I'm one of you, but I decided to go home. Actually, in '99, I was a visiting professor at Swarthmore College. Okay? And I remember the last conversation of the Governor sending forth, because from there I moved down here to DC, to the World Bank, where I spent 18 months. I was just leaving and they were having a set forth party. And I remember the chairman of the department wishing that I.
Well, great point made by Chukuma Soludo. A lot of persons have been screaming their heads out regarding these developments. Some did not accept what he has said. In fact, there are a lot of reactions as it relates to this particular comments. Tons of them. The reactions are enormous. Many persons have called him out and stated that he may not be far from the truth. Some others say that he's wrong. But then again, I mean, you cannot take away consistently he being the chief security officer of that state, Anambra. You cannot in any way divorce what he has really stated. Now, before we started talking about this insecurities in that, like the people he has gone after, that's the DBRs and the Okites and the likes, we were, most of us, in fact, including me at some point, I was wondering why is he going against these Babalawos and DBRs and these spiritual guys. I mean, it's only him that is seeing it from where he is. I didn't know that really in any way that these guys have a role to play in insecurity situation that's happening in Anambra State. So the guy went headlong against these guys. And guess what? He's seen results. I mean, we have seen over time that these guys ask this our youth to go and get blood, get certain human parts, get certain things, certain amount of monies in order to do rituals to either be fortified or either to make monies or either to do certain heinous thing. And that's part of the reasons why so many persons have said that it is linked to insecurity. You know, you see a DBA telling you to go and get a 7-year-old child's eyes. How do you get it if you don't kill the person? Or go and get a 4-year-old child's genitals. How do you get it if you don't kill the person? Or go and get a breast of a virgin. How do you get it if you're not, you know, a ritualist? So you see that kind of thing play out every now and then you turn a blind eye to it and say it's culture. No, the culture is different. Culture doesn't allow you to take people's lives arbitrarily without being responsible for it. So it is important that Chukwu Soludo, who is the head of the security agencies, because he is the one that is driving the states, he's the chief security officer of the state, so he should have an idea of what's going on in the state. So stating this right now and saying that most of the people who have been kidnapped, most of the people who have been caught kidnapping or been involved in kidnapping activities in Anambra State are not Fulanis, as has always been touted. They are Igbos. They are Igbos, and something has to be done about it. It is just so unfortunate that this is coming this way. I know that it's still shocking in the eyes and in the minds of most people, but then again, it is what it is. The man has stated his truth, so it's left for you, it's left for anyone who cares so much to do the needful by making sure that these things are called out and everything is also nip it in the bud as quickly as possible. He's the most popular politician right now in Nigeria. Is the most popular politician right now in Nigeria. In 2019, they didn't do it well. 2023, there was a hitch. In 2027, he has said this would be his last contest. With what the ADC is facing right now, there's this conflict of interest. And that has also made the chairman, David Mark, to caution both parties between Peter Obi and Atiku. Many persons have said that if it's not going to come to the South, then they are going to just support Asiwaju to do his 4-year term. Kenneth Okonkwo, just only yesterday, came online to state categorically where he belongs. And that his thoughts has also stirred a lot of people, stating that he's just playing a second fiddle. And he's saying that, look, why on earth would you be asking another northerner to come up to 2027 to lead when the South hasn't finished their 8-year term? The only better push you could look at right now is by getting Obi to the ticket of the coalition and have him run for a 4-year term. After all, he has said he's going to do only 1 term and he's out. And also stated that genuinely, if there's any leader who in his right state of mind or who in his mindset says that he wants to truly lead the people, 4 years is more than enough to prove your mettle. just like what I have also said with governors of Enugu State and governors of Abia State, you could tell clearly that these are governors who would not need 8 years to prove anything. I mean, Buhari needed 8 years to prove that he is leading. Peter Amba did not need a 2 year, did not need a 4 year to prove that he could do the things that he has done. Massive infrastructural development across all sectors, whether it's education, whether it's hospitality, whether it's transportation, whether it's just name any sector. He has actually invested so much in it. The same thing we could say with OT, road infrastructure, education, welfare of the people, payment of pensions. I mean, the backlog of pension of payments has been, paid. And so you ask yourself, so if these people within two years, are doing these kinds of things, what in the world is the presidency who has enormous resources, enormous powers? What are they doing in making sure they better the lives of Nigerian people? What exactly are they doing? So it goes to say that, look, it's about time for us to try. I mean, it's not like we are stuck with one. We can do for 4 years. Everybody should do for 4 years and see what they can do, really. So there's this air of uncertainty that is billowing around, the ADC and who they would bring out to become their candidate. And trust me, it's going to be the fights to the wire. I really don't know what the plan B would be in case an Atiku doesn't get it. Who knows what the plan B would be? And in case a Peter Obi doesn't get it, who knows what the plan B would be? As in, I really don't know. There's still an air of uncertainty, and it then means that it would mean one of them dropping their ambition, in order to fight for 2031. It would mean that one of them would have to stop for at least to support the other person to fight another day. And the most likeliest, like I always say, would be an Atiku dropping his ambition. Kenneth Okonkwo has come out and said that, look, this is a no-brainer for you to field a southerner to become the candidate. The best bet is to field a northerner, so the North will rely around this person. But then again, you will be conflicted by the southerner who also feels that he is shortchanged, because the southerner would not have finished, an 8-year term by 2027. So it's a potpourri of issue. It's a potpourri of issue, and I would like you to add your thought to it. Send us a message via WhatsApp, if you will. That the number is showing on the screen. You can drop a message on YouTube. We'd always love to hear from you, as always. And by the way, there's another document released by a document it's quite stunning. I don't know if you have seen that document. The document showed the appointment letter by Abacha for him. Apparently, he had stated clearly the reasons or how he was able to work with Abacha. It wasn't that he was working with him in his capacity as anything, but he was working with him, or he worked with him as someone who helped to decongest the ports. So he had said that in several videos, and I think he just released a document. I think there are 2 documents that he has released. Let me see if I can draw that out for you. But if I cannot, I'll probably just read them out for you right now. Okay, let's see if we can get it out for you shortly. So I was able to grab the documents. Let me just read out to you what it contains. This one is Federal Ministry of Finance, the Secretary, Lagos Commerce Association, the Secretariats, Chike Chibwe and Company, 2 Razak Balogun Street, Surulere, Lagos. Appointment as co-opted members of the task force on ports decongestion. It says, in consideration of the issues raised in connection with the decongestion of the ports today, with your good selves and other relevant officers, you are hereby appointed as co-opted coordinators and co-opted members of the ports decongestion committees in Lagos as follows. Number 1, Mr. Oke Ezibe, coordinating all ports. Chief Chike Chibwe, assistant coordinator of all ports, and to liaise with police units at FHB Alabodun on non-IDR goods. Joe Bests Kokoye and Prince Tony Akanebu will coordinate activities at the Tinkan Island port. Number 4, Gregory Peter Obi and Edwin Okeke will serve at Apapa Port. Patrick Chibueze and Chief Okereke Murtala Mohammed Airports. All right, that's exactly the appointment letter that was sent at that time. I mean, a lot of persons are still shocked that he was still able to get that document. He's a meticulous keeper, meticulous record keeper, really. You know, so you would wonder whether somebody like this, with all his record in governance, with all his record in business, shouldn't you be talking about somebody like this to rule this country, really? I mean, for somebody who has done business, been successful in business, has been successful in government, maybe it's about time for us to try him out in some of these issues. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear from you as always. This is where we're going to be dropping this live. If there's any developing story across board, I would also love to hear from you as always. All right. Many thanks for being part of this particular broadcast. We're back shortly for anything, if it's important, that breaks in a couple of minutes, in hours, or in days. You'll be sure to find it here first on Cheezy Media. Many thanks for being there. I'll see you on the next one.